Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Doc Ed Padama and we are now on the second series of our video entitled Role of the Panelist. This time as a questioner or as a giver or source of questions in order to clarify the different parts that they have observed as panelists in your research manuscript. So let us go to the first one. The panelists ask questions to number one, clarify unclear parts of the study, which is self-explanatory. But I would like to add, gusto ko lang pong idagdag, na sabi nga dito, ang mga panelists magtatanong para maliwanagan yung iba't ibang bahagi ng inyong research paper. Pero hindi po dapat yon nagtatapos sa pagbibigay ng tanong. It does not stop or end in asking questions to clarify. If there is a better option or if there is a suggestion or recommendation that would improve or develop that specific part of the manuscript, then by all means as panelists, you may follow up with a suggestion or recommendation. So again, on the first part, aside from giving of questions to clarify different parts of the study, as panelists, recommendations and suggestions would be highly appreciated especially by the students who are defending their paper. So the second part, test how well the student understands the topic. You already have an initial idea of the content of the manuscript, assuming that you were given a copy ahead of time. So, with this, since you already have the manuscript with you, try formulating questions that would test or evaluate the knowledge of the student defending the research paper. So try to clarify, try to present questions that you already know the answer to that particular question that you will be giving, just to test the knowledge and understanding of the student to the topic in relation to the research that they are presenting. The next one is to check. The next one is to check the accuracy of procedures, tools, and analysis. So, questions that will be given to the students who are defending their research should be able to address the following. The accuracy of the procedure used. Example of these procedures can be the data gathering procedure. Was it efficient? Was it effective? Or the procedure that should be relevant to the concept that they utilized in their research paper. And then also the second part are the tools. Instrument used for data gathering, are they appropriate to the paper or the research that they are conducting? Do they really need this quantitative part of the instrument together with qualitative part, which is the interview part? Is it really necessary? So the necessity and the appropriateness of the tool that was used in the research paper should be questioned, since we are on the area of your role being a questioner. Okay? And the other one is the analysis. The analysis used in the data that was gathered. Is the formula used in the analysis proper? Is it appropriate? Is the data will the data be significant? The interpretation of the data significant based on the analysis that was done. So baka naman yung data na ginather ninyo is not appropriate on the analysis that you use. If you use thematic analysis and the data that you gathered is in the form of quantitative, you use Likert scale, that would not be possible. Okay, so it will not be appropriate. So the appropriateness of the analysis should also be questioned by you as a panelist. Okay, the next one is to look for inconsistencies or gaps. So what do we mean by looking at inconsistencies or gaps? So let's start with gaps. Gaps are areas of a research that has not yet been investigated. Areas of research, issues, topics that has not been investigated, or that researchers have seldom presented investigation to. So kukonti pa lang ang research na nagagawa or totally wala pang nagagawang research about that particular topic. So look for research gaps and try to use these gaps in order to present questions relevant to the research defense. So if there are no gaps, then try to present this to the research students and try to clarify why this particular study does not have a research gap. So make them justify. So ask them of the research gap, or if there is no research gap, again, follow-up question with why don't you have, or were you not able to identify research gaps? So as you can see, there would be issues. Bakit walang research gap? Baka madalas nang ginagamit yan. Kung may research gap, ano yung mga ginagawa nyo na bago na hindi pa nagagawa before? Since that's the first time that it will be done. So those are the issues that you can dwell upon if you move to the side of there is no research gap. You ask questions. Or if there is a research gap, what are they doing? What innovations are they doing in order to accomplish the task that is indicated in their manuscript? Okay? And then inconsistencies. So ask questions if you were able to identify inconsistencies in their computation of their data, in the data gathering procedure, if there is something that they need to add to the procedure, then by all means, again, you go back to the first one, you try to provide recommendations and suggestions if you also identify inconsistencies. Consistency can also be used. Pwede nyo ding sabihin, i-observe niyo as a research panelist, the basic and fundamental that you can observe is the use of terms. So there are inconsistencies when it comes to the use of terminologies, specifically technical terms that should be reflected in the definition of terms. So there are times that they use one term in the title, and then when you try to look at the body of the manuscript, they use another term synonym to the technical term. So for the purpose of consistency, you try to advise the research students to maintain and use the same terminology all throughout the writing of the manuscript. So that's one consistency that you can advise them, and you try to implement this all throughout the duration of the defense. The next one is to help the student researchers defend decisions made in the study. This word refers to the research panel to provide guidance. you do not necessarily need to provide the answer. You provide guidance. Helping is not providing answers or giving the answer to the student researchers, but to provide guidance for the researchers to realize the answer. So that is what we call Socratic method, leading the students towards the answer without giving the actual answer. So help the students defend decisions made in the study. And the last part, all of these questions will ensure that the research is sound and ethical. So you can also dwell on ethical procedures if you want to clarify any issues regarding ethical procedures that they may or may not or have not taken in relation to ethical issues. Okay, so again, we are going to end this second series of our video entitled The Role of the Panelist. And I will be creating another video for the next role, which is as mentor. So I hope I get to see you again on our next video, and thank you very much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tokad Padama. Like and share this video so we can also help student researchers develop and improve their research paper. And as panelists, I hope you were able to take away ideas, pointers on how to present yourself as panelists to a research defense, and therefore help improve the research papers of the student researchers. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Bye!